You have this amazing romantic night set up and planned, and now you are looking for the perfect scent to accentuate yourself and your style, of course, while keeping that date night romantic situation and setting all in mind. And I've got your back in this video with some niche and designer options of fragrances, so stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. If you're new here, my name is Dave. This channel is all about grooming and fragrance. So if that is content you are into, I invite you to become a member of this growing family of ours by clicking that subscribe button down below. And for everybody, please throw me up a like on today's video. For those of you returning, thank you so much. You know I appreciate you guys. I always appreciate you for showing me continued love and support on the channel. So yes, we're talking about date night fragrances tonight, specifically for Valentine's Day, because, well, this is a romantic day, right? You have this special evening plan, whether you're going out or you're staying home, but nevertheless, whether it's your first date or, you know, it's a well-established relationship, you want to smell great. That's why you're here, right? I have 10 amazing fragrances, both designer and niche, and I have categories specifically for this video, okay? Now, I do want to kick off the video by starting off with rose fragrances. Unfortunately, I do not have this designer fragrance that I'm going to speak of, but it is by Tom Ford, and it is called Noir de Noir. Of course, you guys need a rose fragrance, and in my opinion, Noir de Noir from Tom Ford is the best rose fragrance from the designer world, right? For some reason, I just don't have a designer rose fragrance, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because I have sampled Noir de Noir, and I absolutely love it. So Noir de Noir at its core is a patchouli and rose fragrance, a very bright, sort of uplifting rose, a touch powdery with this beautiful woody, earthy patchouli note in it. And I get kind of like this tonka / vanillic sort of feel on the dry down with some woods in the base. A very, very exceptional, well-composed rose patchouli style fragrance there, Noir de Noir by Tom Ford, which would be my designer option for a rose fragrance. And I do apologize for not having a bottle. It's just at this time, I just do not have that fragrance, but I thought I'd take a moment and talk about it because rose and Valentine's Day, for some reason, just kidding, we all know why. Roses is kind of like an old tradition, right? You get your girlfriend, your wife, or whatever roses for Valentine's Day. So I wanted to talk about rose fragrances. So now that we had a designer option, let's talk about a niche option. Talking about a niche rose fragrance here, ladies and gentlemen, this from the house of Zaharoff is Signature Rosé. Zaharoff Signature Rosé. Now, this is a special rose fragrance that I absolutely admire this one. I adore it. It is so good because yes, it is rose. It is a very spicy rose fragrance, but it is a true rose fragrance. And what I mean by that is you have so many different facets. You have Bulgarian rose. You have Turkish rose in here. I believe there's even a third type of rose that is escaping my mind. But in addition to the spices, in addition to the rosy nuances, you do have this bit of incense. It does turn a touch smoky, but all in all, just a gorgeous, gorgeous rose scent that screams Valentine's Day to me. I love the bottle. I always love George Zaharoff's attention to detail, and his presentations and bottles keep getting better and better looking, right? Now, I know you maybe, those of you that have been following me a long time, you're probably wondering why I didn't choose to talk about Halfeti Black Rose. Well, Halfeti Black Rose is a great fragrance, one of, if not my favorite from the house. But I think when it comes to Valentine's Day and kind of the way that we're trying to present ourselves, I just think that rosé fits the category and the theme of the video a little bit better, as I find this to be more of a sensual rose fragrance, whereas Halfeti Rose is more of like a boss, CEO, very assertive. But for this particular occasion, I think that going with something less assertive and more so on the elegant side. Not that that fragrance isn't elegant, it is, but rosé just fits the theme of the overall video better. So for that, I choose from the niche side of rose fragrances in the rose category, Zaharoff Signature Rosé. Now, maybe it is your first date or you just met this person. You're not quite sure if they are into fragrances. You want something fresh, right? So that's what this category is right here. Fresh category, safe, very easy going, right? And for this scent choice for the occasion, I'm going to suggest Bleu de Chanel Parfum by Chanel. And this one is a citrus aromatic scent. So you have grapefruit, you have lemon here. You also have aromatic components. There's mint in here. There's aldehydes, giving it a bit of a sparkly feel. You have ginger in here. You have some woods that come through in the base. I believe there's some cedar wood in here. Incense, but this is not an overly smoky scent. The incense just adds this classy, smoky sophistication to the fragrance, rounding out the scent. This is one that is not going to scream and shout, which is great because when we're talking about Valentine's Day, we're thinking that this is going to be, at least it should be, a more intimate setting and situation. And for that, you do not want a fragrance that's going to overtake that person. You want them to get closer to you so they could discover that scent, right? You guys have heard me say that I want my fragrance to be discovered, not announced, right? And that's what this is all about, right? So you're not going to see beast mode fragrances here. But anyway, Bleu de Chanel Parfum, a great choice if you just want something very fresh and easygoing and non-offensive. This is a great pick here. Again, Bleu de Chanel Parfum by Chanel. Sticking with the fresh theme, this time from a niche house, more specifically an indie niche house, black-owned brand of savoir-faire, and this is Soul Cafe. Now, Soul Cafe is an interesting take on a fresh fragrance because there is this blood orange feel when the fragrance opens up. It is citrus, but yet it's very thick, dense, and juicy, is this blood orange feeling here. You also have a bit of tobacco, but I get more of the earthy qualities from this tobacco versus a true, authentic tobacco note, if that makes sense. You have a touch of coffee in here for its, coffee grounds, but there's also a nuttiness that accompanies this tobacco with some soft touches of woods and lavender in here when the fragrance dries down. An exceptional fragrance, very easy to wear, very easy going, compliments galore with this one. It is very long lasting while maintaining this moderate scent cloud and central. It is very alluring. It's an intoxicating type of smell, though it is mass appealing, but it's a unique approach to like a mass appealing fresh styled scent, one that everybody needs to get their nose on. A great safe choice for a first date or even if you're in an established relationship. But I wanted to highlight this one and speak about it because it is that good, especially when you're looking for just something to kind of complement your style and everything and set the tone or the mood correctly, but while also not being so not too on the daring side, So a great safe choice, but unique for what it does in that fresher, style of category that I place this in. Again, from savoir-faire, this is Soul Cafe. Moving on to spicy scents. Now, these are going to be spicy and sensual scents. So yes, they're going to be warm and spicy, but they have a bit of sensuality to them. And that's what I like for date nights. So this is my curated list from fragrances that are within my collection. And these are the types of fragrances that I personally like to wear for date nights if I'm in the mood for spicy scents. So from the designer side of things, this is going to be from Viktor and Rolf. And this is Spice Bomb Extreme. A very easy fragrance to understand and explain. It is basically the Spice Bomb DNA, the original Eau de Toilette Spice Bomb, because you have that same spicy DNA as the original. You're going to have your tobacco in here, of course. You're also getting an additional note of vanilla. Okay, this is a very spicy, but yet seductive scent. Very warm and cozy and sensual. It's a great scent if you are looking for something, outside of the freshy realm. You want something a little bit something that has a little bit more of a darker tone to it. Spicy, attractive again. That is Spice Bomb Extreme. A great one too if you like vanilla. It's not heavy-handed, On the vanilla, it is noticeable. It plays well with the other notes there in its supporting role, as I find the spices to be the most dominant, but that vanilla comes through and adds a nice dose of sensuality to the scent. Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb Extreme. Continuing with this spicy theme or spicy category, if you will, we're going to move along to a niche brand. This one here from the world of Chris Collins, or just simply Chris Collins. This is African Rooibos. This is a beautiful, spicy, tea-based scent that is nothing short of just romance in a bottle, seductive, warm and spicy, and just beautiful, well composed. I love this scent. I am a tea fragrance lover, and this is one right here, African Rooibos, that every tea fragrance lover needs to absolutely try. I honestly would even recommend this to somebody who's not into tea fragrances, just because the smell of this fragrance is that good, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, it is that good. We have bergamot, cardamom, and black pepper for the spice, along with this Rooibos tea accord, some cedar, tonka, and immortelle. Now, the immortelle comes up as a base note in this, and it adds a light, kind of this syrupy quality to the scent, thick, dense, syrupy sort of quality, which the immortelle flower ingredient in fragrances is known for anyway. This is very much a spicy interpretation of a tea-based scent. The tea accord here, the Rooibos tea accord, adds a little bit of sweetness to the scent, but it is not overly sweet. And I keep saying spicy. It's not overly spicy either. It's a very smooth blend. It is complex in the way that it wears on skin, but it is nothing like challenging or anything like that. It's a beautiful, beautiful scent. I absolutely love this. This is damn near perfect for a tea-based scent, one that I absolutely love, guys. If you like spicy tea-based scents that are very sensual, very romantic, and just seductive, beautiful scent trail, this is one where you put this on and your significant other will definitely want to keep getting close to where you spray this around your neck, because it's very attractive, very, very alluring. And again, this isn't anything powerful, but it sticks on skin. It sticks around for a while. It hangs out for a long time. 8-9 hours later, you'll still be detecting African Rooibos on your skin. An incredible tea-based scent from Chris Collins right here. Black-owned brand as well. I love this house. I need to discover more, but we're just here to talk about Valentine's Day, date night scents. African Rooibos had to make the list, guys. African Rooibos from Chris Collins. We had to have boozy fragrances here, right, for Valentine's Day. I love my boozy scents on Valentine's Day. And kicking things off on the designer side of things for boozy scents, this could have easily been in a spicy category, but I'm placing it here with boozy fragrances. And we're talking about this 2021 release from Imperial Armani. This is Stronger With You, absolutely. A Cécile Matan release, again from 2021. This is amazing. I love this. It's very strong, very potent stuff here. I would go 2 sprays on this one because it's a beast. It's gourmand-ish. It has a gourmand presence to it. And I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why I chose this over Intensely, I have Intensely right here, but I chose Absolutely instead, just because I find Intensely to be a little bit too youthful, a little bit too sweet. I have sweet fragrances here that I'll talk about next, but Intensely, unfortunately, just didn't fit in. I chose Absolutely for that reason. Its lack of sweetness here, even though this is a sweet fragrance, it's not as sweet as Intensely is, but I chose it for that booziness and the addition of spices. But also, you are going to get elemi resin here, some lavender, Davana, which enhances that boozy rum note that I talked about up top. You have vanilla, chestnut, cedar, and a hit of patchouli for its earthy quality. So it is woody, it is sweet with the rum feel. It almost smells more like a cognac because of how sweet it is. But nevertheless, rum here, a little bit of elemi resin as well, lavender. Beautiful, beautiful scent. Overall, it's spicy, boozy, subtle sweetness, but sweetness is there for sure. And this is my favorite of the line thus far. I just love, absolutely. A great spicy boozy scent with that sensual sweetness that I get from it as well. Aromatic touches and smoky qualities as well. So overall, a great scent here. Not talked about that often because these scents, what happens is flankers come out and they become the latest and greatest trend, and then other fragrances, great flankers within a line of a laundry list of freaking flankers, tend to get lost, which, I mean, that's to nobody's fault. It is what it is. But anyway, getting back to the theme, this is perfect for date night. That's why I recommend Stronger With You, absolutely, from Imperio Armani. Continuing the boozy category here is going to be this 2020 release from the House of Penhaligon's. This is Halfeti Cedar for a niche recommendation, okay? Now this kind of borrows the same idea, right? As Stronger With You, absolutely. And the way that this is sophisticated, it's a whole nother level, though. This fragrance is on another level, far superior to Stronger With You, absolutely, of course. Christian Provenzano is the perfumer here, and boy, did he create something magical. Now, the original Halfeti, which you guys know, I absolutely love. Halfeti is one of my favorites of all time. You have the rose oud combo in this fragrance, though I couldn't find databases where rose and oud are credited here. My nose detects rose and oud. I get the same medicinal oud qualities that I did with the original carried on here, and you get that nice, beautiful, lush, plump rose from here. But in addition to that, you have rum, you have dried fruits. You're going to have some cinnamon here for spice, saffron giving it its light, leathery touches. And then you have earthy qualities from Atlas cedar, some labdanum, and patchouli. A great, complex, boozy, sweet, fruity, spicy, but then you add that bit of leather, which adds a nice contrast to everything going on here. You tone down the sweetness with the earthy and woody qualities of the Atlas cedar, the labdanum, the patchouli. Just a wonderful, sophisticated creation here. One that is not too sweet, not too boozy. If you're familiar with Christian Provenzano's work, you know that he is a master perfumer and just a master at his craft, right? So for a great boozy niche scent, this right here I recommend to you from Penhaligon's. This is Halfeti Cedar. What type of Valentine's Day date night recommendations list would this be without talking about sweet romantic fragrances? So for the sweet category, I have right here from the designer side, Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo. Now, what this is supposed to replicate is the Italian dessert, my favorite Italian dessert, tiramisu. Now, I don't really get the complete idea of tiramisu here because of the lack of coffee. There's also this citrus ingredient. I cannot remember if it's blood orange, if it's mandarin, or just orange in itself, but there is an orange citrus note here that I get, at least to my nose I get it, but this scent to me is all about this creamy vanilla. It is sugary sweet, creamy, a little bit of woods here, but man, this is sweet. You have to be a fan of sweet fragrances to appreciate this one. I think it's really great. It's a really great scent. My only complaint about this one, is I wish the coffee was toned up a little bit more here, but still, who has time to complain and nitpick when you just want to smell great for your date? Smell great for your date. That's a good one right there. I should trademark that line, huh? A fantastic one, guys. And this is a more affordable fragrance because everything else that I've pretty much talked about today, with maybe the exception of Spice Bomb Extreme, has been a little bit more pricey. So I definitely wanted to, include a more affordable option here for you guys. And I think Uomo by Salvatore Ferragamo is a great way to go if you're on a budget. So for that and its sweetness, and I just appreciate the overall scent profile, I wanted to include that in today's list for you guys. And again, that is Uomo. This is Uomo from Salvatore Ferragamo. So once again, guys, right, we're talking about the sweet theme. Well, we're going to class things up a little bit right here with Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Now, I want to talk about Francis for a second here. Please, guys, when you're out there in public and you're talking about Francis Kurkdjian, if you're referring to him as the perfumer, so you're just talking about him, the person, just refer to him as Francis Kurkdjian, because Maison, in Maison Francis Kurkdjian, translates to house. So when you're speaking of Francis Kurkdjian, the person, if you put Maison ahead of his name and you call him Maison Francis Kurkdjian, you're actually calling him House Francis Kurkdjian. I didn't mean to give you a little, history lesson or anything like that, but I just wanted to point that out. So this one right here, you have Spanish labdanum, you have lavender, you have amber, of course, vanilla. This is an amber vanilla scent. Beautiful, beautiful, aromatic, masculine. This is one of those scents that is vanilla, and with amber, it's resinous, right? This is a resinous take on amber with benzoin, and other resins definitely playing their significant role in the scent as well. And what I like about this is the sweetness is toned down. With some amber fragrances, not all of them, but with particular amber style fragrances, especially more modern style ambers, they could go really sweet. This is a sweet fragrance, but it's not sickly sweet to my nose. It's not one of those headache-inducing or tooth-rottingly sweet fragrance. This is a man's vanilla scent. And what I mean by that is the contrast, right? The labdanum and things like that, the aromatic touches that are in this scent profile here that tone that sweetness down to where we want sweet, but we don't want to smell like a cupcake necessarily, right? That's what Grand Soir is, one of the very best. It is a signature scent for many when it comes to fall and winter time, and it is perfect for a date night because it is very warm, it is very sensual, and a seductive scent profile. And why the hell not wear and pull out one of the best ambers out on the market? That is Grand Soir from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Last but not least, this category right here, guys. When you want to turn ahead, okay, or you want to leave a long-lasting positive impression, like you want to leave your mark, right? You want to, if you're going your separate ways after that date night is over, you want that person that you just met for the first time to she just keeps getting reminded of you by the smell that you left on her shirt when you guys were hugging or something like that. Like when you're trying to make that type of a statement for designers in the statement maker category, I'm going with Tom Ford's Black Orchid Eau de Parfum. So there was an Eau de Toilette released last year. So I wanted to emphasize the Eau de Parfum here. You could tell it's the Eau de Parfum by the gold plate in the middle and by the gold kind of like ribbon that it has here on the collar of the bottle. This is just a wonderful, wonderful scent here. So you have Mexican dark chocolate. You also are going to have earthy truffle. You have a different a melody of different floral ingredients here. It's just a dark floral fragrance with a bit of earthy patchouli, earthy truffle, as I mentioned. Oh my God, it's dark, but it's so alluring and so seductive. One of the best Tom Ford scents. This is my scent of the day actually today. Man, I've just been talking about this a lot in various live streams that I've been doing over on Instagram, and I forgot how much I love this scent and how special this one is to me. And it is perfect for a romantic date night setting. I'm telling you, gentlemen, you wear this, game over. Lights out, game over, like that, because Tom Ford Black Orchid is no joke. This does not play around. It is one of those scents, though. If you don't dress the part and you don't act the part, this will wear you. It's not a challenging scent for the right man. Some men might say, oh, that's too floral. Well, that's too bad for you, because this is a beautiful scent right here that turns heads and catches attention. And it is that good. It is that much of a powerful statement maker. One of those where the fragrance does the talking for you. Like, wow, oh my God, you smell freaking amazing. I've never smelled somebody like you before in my life. Yeah. You want to leave a long-lasting impression? Rock Tom Ford's Black Orchid Eau de Parfum. You're welcome. Last but not least, finishing the list off right here, the most exquisite vanilla scent money could buy comes from Day 3 Fragrances. This is Alin. Alin right here. Yeah, we are going to be spraying this beauty right here because we just love pressurized atomizers. Oh, come on. Get all those molecules on the scent strip. Oh, man, I love this stuff. It's so good. Because in addition to that vanilla, you have oud here, you have leather, you have rose. It's beautiful. It's vanillic, but it's powdery, it's rosy. You have that leather. The leather here is like brand new car leather or something like that, or a brand new leather jacket. It smells like new leather. Oh, man. The rose in here, everything is just perfect about Alin from Day 3. Again, when you just want to make a statement, man, you want to make an impact, a long-lasting impact, like a really, great impression, Alin from Day 3 is the one. This thing performs, it projects, it lasts, it has great longevity, and yeah, my fiance, who is not a vanilla lover, loves when I pull for Alin. So what does that tell you? Tells you, more often than not, you're definitely going to get a compliment for this. One thing is for sure, you are going to smell damn good on your date night when you're rocking Alin by Day 3. If you haven't tried this one, try it. You absolutely have to try it. This is one of those scents like I talked about with Zaharoff's Rosé. If you're not rose lovers, you need to try that. Well, with this one here, you absolutely, if you're not a vanilla lover, this will change your mind because it's not just about vanilla. You have leather, you have rose, you have oud, all playing their own significant role while making sure to not overtake the star of the show, which is the vanilla, just working together perfectly. And I believe that powdery nuance that I talked about comes from orange blossom. I don't know why I just remembered that, but hey, it's what it is. Guys, Day 3 Fragrances, Alin, this is no joke. This is a public service announcement, and you need to try it. All right, guys, that concludes today's video. We talked about Valentine's Day fragrances, great date night choices here to have you smelling amazing, okay? And if you celebrate Valentine's Day, I hope you have a great date night full of long-lasting memories and much laughter and happiness to you, right? All right, guys, so until the next video, don't forget to, wait a second here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, be a real one, and share this one out either, okay? But before I go, I need a couple favors from you. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And remember, spray your fragrances appropriately. I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Peace.